Hello, Parishji.
Hi, Vaibhav.
We can start, I think. You have
Can
started.
start?
You have. Yes, yes, we can start.
Okay, great, fantastic. So, how are you doing, Vaibhav?
All good. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Great, fantastic. Thank you for asking. Now, before we start the business charcha, uh, let's understand basically what is the meaning of this. Business charcha basically uh, is something that what's happening, the recent updates about the business world, what's
Yes.
happening in the world right now. Okay, keeping those updates, I mean, keeping oneself updated with all these current affairs of the business world. That's why we do this business charcha. What do you say, Vaibhav?
Yes, yes. This. So the first news is India's quick commerce explosion. So let's start with the what is quick commerce. It means the super
Absolutely
fast deliveries, like getting groceries, medicines, or daily items at your doorsteps in just 10 to 20 minutes.
true.
The first bullet point shows us that in FY 2022, the industry was small, just starting out. So by FY 25, order has exploded to 65,000 crores. That's more than the double of the last years. This means to six, every household is now getting addicted to speed and convenience.
Absolutely. Now, if you, I mean, the news itself tells that uh, 64,000 crores of goods from quick commerce. Let's understand there's two difference. E-commerce, there's a difference between e-commerce and quick commerce. E-commerce, let's say there's something like Amazon, Flipkart, Jabong. Okay, these companies when we pay them electronically, and the goods are delivered in next 2 to 3 days. And quick commerce is instantly within few minutes. So quick commerce basically is the upcoming area of business like Blinkit and Instamart. Now these companies in the year financial 2025, this year, they more than doubled their revenue than the last year.
Yeah. And let's talk about the money. Quick commerce has earned 10,500 crores just from the delivery
Yeah,
fee. Not products, just the charges that they have included in their online portals. And this is not just about the groceries, it's about the customer's behavior changing at the lightning speed.
yeah, absolutely right. So basically, there's a sharp increase due to increased platform fees by there's major players. There is major change in fees, resulting into higher revenue realization of a substantial increase. Okay, now the platforms like Blinkit and uh, the other one, Instamart, the they have generated such revenue in last 1 year that is doubled of the previous year of the previous fiscal year. Now, currently, if we see, if I say India has 270 million online shoppers in India had over 2024. Okay, now uh, the percentage grew to 23% in 2024, and the number which was 270 billion, sorry, millions. I'm sorry, in 24, which grew to 1.12 billions in 2025. That is huge. That is huge. It's a big customer base getting developed, and that's why you can see uh, uh, big changes happening right now. Yeah,
So let me include something for the business owners. If you are a business owner, so ask yourself, how can you make your delivery faster? How can you adapt to all this demand culture? What are the things that you are doing to deliver your products to the customers very fastly in 10 to 20 minutes? If these are the things that you are not doing, I think you are way behind than the way behind than your competitors.
Absolutely, absolutely true, absolutely. Now, there's the revenue part. If I talk about the dark stores are the or the micro warehouses which ensure quick delivery of the goods, okay, are basically the operational engine of the QCOM sector. Now, uh, there are various aspects, uh, if I say there is some the infrastructure, the system working behind this whole quick commerce part. So they observe a specific development and growth happening uh, right now in the Indian quick commerce market. They understand that, and that's when they uh, develop the system behind how we can serve the quick commerce market, which is growing by huge numbers within just 1 year. Which we I just discussed 270 millions customers growing to
Yes.
1.12 billions in 2025 fiscal year. Yeah,
So, Parisi, I think we should into the next slide. Next
absolutely.
news of the week. Yep. UPI. So let's talk about how India is leading the world in digital payments, especially through UPI. India hit a record high 18.4 billion UPI transactions in just one
Yeah,
month.
true.
Total value exchanged a mind-blowing 24 lakh crores. That's more than the GDP of many small countries. PhonePe is the market leader with 8.55 billion transactions with 46.5% shares. Google Pay comes with 6.54 billion transactions, about 35.6% of shares, and Paytm is much smaller now, holding just 6.9% shares.
Yeah, absolutely. That we can see that. Now, as you said that uh, phone pay this log hits UPI transaction volume in June. Okay, uh, basically now uh, we all discover this change happening in market, in Indian market. Basically, Indian people, Indian mindset getting adapted to all this uh, digital payments right now. Okay, so uh, international companies like Google Pay, and with that Indian companies like Paytm, they also have registered huge growth. Customers who uh, traditionally used to pay their vendors in cash, now they have adopted that change to simply scan the code and do the payment. Okay, with that, paying that with the digital payment. Now that is has become a trend. Now, technically, if you go and visit a vendor on road and you don't pay him uh, digitally, you give him cash. You pull out cash and give him cash. He will be more surprised to accept that cash. That's the situation. That's the learning curve India is going right now. So, absolutely, the news which tells us that phone pay, and other digital payment companies, they are expecting high volumes. Yeah,
And also, what does this mean for businesses and consumers? Cash is dying. Digital is the new normal. Even in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, the everyone is using the UPI. So if your business isn't using UPI, you are already behind. The game isn't just about making money. It's about making it fast, smooth, and digitally.
absolutely right. That's true. It's making. making money digitally. Right, that's true. So now in this uh, uh, the brightest thing what we see is we as a traditional uh, Indian customer, we are accepting this change. That's the biggest thing that what we can observe, because we see it's very difficult to accept change, but that's happening in India now. India being uh, not as developed as other developed countries, but still we have uh, uh, a good chunk of population. They have accepted this change, and they not only uh, uh, have started paying digitally to the vendors, but also to the people with whom they deal, like transferring cash to a friend, or paying small sums, a small amount of money, or making any small big payments. Okay, earlier it used to be cash payment or a check payment, or let's say uh, a bank transfer from one bank to another bank. Recently, in last decade, we saw that, but since 2016, uh, digital payments had got approval from uh, National Payment Corporation of India, NPCI. This thing has grown since last 9 years. Yeah,
Even we have seen in the past few years that many of the countries had adopted the Indian digitally payment
absolutely.
services.
Yeah.
And even the Japanese ministers, when they have arrived in UPI in India, they were quietly shocked after seeing such effortlessly digital payments.
They have truly, absolutely. Now, let's move to the third slide. That is, excuse me, Geo BlackRock may challenge India's top discount brokers. Now, Geo basically, now we all have seen what Geo has done to the Indian telecommunication market since 2016 till now. Uh, let's talk about telecommunication first, then we'll slowly move towards uh, the brokers part. Okay, what change we will discuss right now.
Yeah.
So we have seen prior to that, Vodafone, Airtel, Idea, these companies used to rule Indian telecommunication market. Um, since Geo has entered the market, they have given uh, data at a very convenient price, which is affordable to a very common Indian as well. And with that, other players, what's happening is the other players are not able to match up to what Geo is offering. I'm talking about the telecommunication market. Now what we see is Geo has joined hand with BlackRock. Now, to the viewers who don't know, BlackRock is one of the biggest investor on planet Earth, in the world, I mean to say. Geo has joined hands with them. Okay. Now with that, definitely the other uh, broker companies like uh, Viroda and other, they will have their something to say, but they are also expecting, because see, one thing is very important to see. India has a market, okay, 150 crores. Now I'm sure you might have also have read this data that uh, not even 5% are into broking, are into investing in the stock market. What do you say?
Also, sorry for many of the viewers are asking us the questions. I would like to tell them that after we are done with the topics, we will answer all of your questions.
Okay, okay, perfectly. We will answer everyone's question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, since
So this is a
yeah,
joint.
yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, yes. Please continue.
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead. Above.
Okay. So this is a joint venture between Reliance Jio and
That's
BlackRock. Let me tell you that this is the world's biggest asset management
true.
firm. And what are they offering in this? This schemes track the Nifty mid cap, small cap, next 50 and GSEC
Absolutely.
indices. Starting ticket sizes is just 500 rupees.
True.
What can be the strategy behind this? They have already raised 17,800 crores from previous three funds. Now their target is huge. India 72.2 trillion mutual funds market. With over 450 million Geo users, they are planning to turn mobile users into investors.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, the new age discount brokers will feel this heat. Okay, as Geo, I'm sorry, is likely to introduce zero or near zero brokerages. Okay, now this is a bit scary. Okay, so about the other companies, because zero or near zero is so much convenient, just like the data which they haven't have given free when they launch geo communications. Yeah. Now, this can lead to disruptions similar to that in telecom. This is said by the expert. Okay, they can bundle financial products with geo financial services, and even in the Reliance retail for cost efficiency. Okay. Now, what exactly happens is the Reliance group. Okay, everyone knows they are super strong in India. Okay. Now, entering in any Reliance when enters any field, they have a huge. It's perfectly okay to say that they are a cash rich company. It's perfectly okay. Okay, because they have a very strong and solid financial backup. When they enter now, likewise, I explained that they enter telecommunication. It was a nightmare for the other companies. Now they're entering the broking sector. This is a big jolt for the broking firms. Yeah. Now with that, uh, Nitin Kamath of Zerodha, he has said that uh, Geo Geo BlackRock is good for the market and will help more Indians to invest. Okay, this big issue for Indian market is the lack of width in participation. We are largely limited in the top 10 crore. So what he's saying is, this he has put on Twitter, which is X now. Okay, he has said that not even 10 crore. Okay, is the number in stock market. People investing in stock market. This definitely he is very positive. Nikhil Kamath is very optimistic about what's happening between joint venture between Geo and BlackRock. So this is a very positive move, which is said by the industry expert, Mr. Nikhil Kamath. Okay. Now, it's a fact that India has a 1 million demat accounts. Okay. Now, active participation is very lower. Okay, 100 million demat
Yes.
accounts. Okay, active participation is much lower. Now new players can help grow the market. This is what the opinion uh, of Nikhil Kamath is. So this definitely will help the Indian market to grow. Yeah,
Also, Pareshji, I would like to tell some takeaways for the audiences from this news. That Geo BlackRock is disrupting the traditional mutual fund space, just like Geo disrupted telecom. As you said, that Geo, after entering the Geo, the telecom industry has been hugely disrupted. It can be Vodafone Geo, Airtel. Nothing is there in today's time. Uninor, Idea, everything has been closed. 500 investment passive funds and direct access to 450 million users. This is how this is how financial inclusion scales. But trust and education will be the key because with big entry also comes big
absolutely
expectations.
true, true. Completely agree with that.
Let's move to the next slide.
Yeah, certainly we will. That is Geo BlackRock gets SEBI not to launch four passive investment fund, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, Stock Exchange Board of India, basically, we know very well that's the regulation body of stock market. Okay, they have given a nod to uh, Geo BlackRock. Okay, to launch four passive investment funds. Okay, now what are these four passive investment fund? First is uh, Geo BlackRock Nifty Mid Cap 150 Index Fund. Second is Geo BlackRock Nifty Next 50 Index Fund. Geo BlackRock Nifty Small Cap 250 Index Fund, and Geo BlackRock Nifty 13 year G section index fund. Okay. Now, what are
Oh. Mhm.
these four funds basically? Okay. Uh, these One is, out of these four, three are equity oriented index funds, and one is debt oriented index fund. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, now this was announced in July 23. Okay, that Geo BlackRock is a joint venture between Mukesh Ambani's Geo and Geo Financial Services and BlackRock earlier. Okay, now last week, last week itself, Reuters reported has maintained that GV is planning to launch nearly a dozen equity and debt funds in India by year, and this was a news given by Reuters, international news body, Reuters. Sorry. Now, with that, the asset manager has garnered more than 2.1 billions through three debt mutual funds schemes, drawing interest from 90 institutional investors and 67,000 retail investors today. Okay, there are many numbers in this because absolute it's a financial news. Okay, now the asset manager is making its entry into
Mhm.
India 72.2 trillion. Okay, 72.2 trillion rupees mutual fund market. That is right now India. It's a gold mine basically. We are sitting on a gold mine when it comes to investing. Yeah. Now with that, shares of Geo Financial, it were down 0.28%. Basically, this is a small news given by the news channel itself.
We have got a
So,
comment up from Gaurav that he's saying ultra low pricing. Yes, it is. 500 rupees ticket size is a very low price.
and so we don't need to tell the audiences that when Geo enters the market, they
What
uh,
they can do.
the prices goes down like anything.
Mhm.
Okay, the customers know very well, the audiences know very well, because they have seen the development of Geo. Okay, when they offered uh, data at a very cheap price, definitely that will be the same strategy which will be followed by Reliance this time in this market. But very optimistic also, as I said, that definitely Indian customers will wake up when Reliance enters. Okay, and the percentage of investors in the stock market will increase. Definitely, that's a very optimistic thing that we can observe right now.
Yes. Moving to the next part,
Yeah, certainly we will.
let's talk about the bold move in Indian aviation. Light aviation, backed by Zomato founder Dipinder Goyal. What are your thoughts about this?
Okay, 1 second. There is some
Aditya?
problem with my screen. Yeah, now I'm perfectly okay. Now, as
Yeah.
we can see, Mr. Goyal in the screen now, Lat Aviation. Okay, the Mr. Goyal has bought a jet recently. Okay, now the crux basically of this news is, you know, uh, the laws basically of as a private aircraft owner laws in India, the individual must, you know, uh, there's a lengthy laws. They have to register with DGCA, and then accordingly they have to park their aircraft in a given international airport base where it is located. Okay, now the gentleman has bought uh, uh, a bombarded global jet. Okay, now multiple people familiar with the matter have told, you know, the bombarded global series aircraft has been parked in Delhi airport. Okay, that's a VIP bay since June 2025. That's recently, last month itself. Okay, and it
Mhm.
is scheduled to operate by July. Now, The news is this is not only about Mr. Goyal. Okay, this is not only about Delhi. Okay, if you talk about Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, every international Kolkata also, I mean to say, these international airports also have the numbers of people going for private jet is growing. That's the crux. Now we will talk about the reason behind it. What do you say?
But is it, these are the small planes that need very short runways to take off and land. So what will
Absolutely
happen? So what will happen is that most of the people will visit the unexplored areas like unexplored cities in the India, and lad wants to make flying from tier 3 towns to tourist spots as easy as taking a bus, clean,
true.
fast, and accessible. So
Okay.
just like how he has done with the Zomato, changing the environment, now he is doing with the lad aviation.
Absolutely, absolutely true. So true.
And personally he has invested $20 million into this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. That's true. Now he basically has uh, 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 while building Zomato. Um, now now this how this thought comes. I'll tell you. While he was building Zomato few years back, while flying across all over India with Dipender, he used to have a chat with him. That the chat basically was why India has so many 450 airstrips. Now, 450
Mhm.
airstrips basically these are first 50 airstrips which were constructed and built since the British times. Out of which you will be surprised to know to learn that Weber, out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
450 in today's India, okay, 2025's India, much developed and progressed India, hardly 150 airstrips are operational.
Out
Rest
of
300
450,
are not used. Yeah,
hardly
not used
used.
at all. So this was the discussion between Goyal and Dipender that that's the number which we have right now and not been used. Okay.
Hmm.
Now talking about uh, Zomato as a food delivery. Okay. What Mr. Goyal has done is uh, apart from a platform like Zomato, quick. This is also quick delivery. Okay, grocery. So grocery delivery platform like Blinkit and Land. Aviation. Now Goel has also launched a new personal venture last year. Okay, it is called Continue. Now this is focused on health tracking and mental wellness. Now why? Let's discuss health tracking and mental wellness. Now, we as an Indians are, you also know, and every audience who are listening to us, we know very well that we Indians are becoming very health conscious day in, day out. Yeah. So, can you
Hmm.
see the vision? He has invested in healthcare sector. Now, he might have done his homework. Absolutely. Can say is
Yes,
there
yes.
the change, the minor change happening in Indian mindset right now, taking health seriously. That's why companies are investing in health sector like Mr. Goel's company. That's what he has invested in health tracking and mental wellness. So people they want a smartwatch. How many
Hmm.
steps they have walked in a brisk walk in the morning. They need to know the ECG. Yeah, that's all available on the smartwatch. That's where the trend is going. You getting me, Memo?
This is just a master stroke from Dipinder Goyal.
Please.
I think this is the master stroke, yeah.
Absolutely.
And this will make a lot of the changes in upcoming years in India.
It will, because investing
Yeah.
in healthcare sector tells gives big many signs of the
And also using the 300 unused aircrafts,
yeah
the spaces that
yeah true
that was built during the British era. And this the small planes which will be the light aviation under the light aviation will be carrying only 50 to 20 passengers, I have heard.
Absolutely. Now, see, why this? So sorry. Why this trend is changing? You see, I'll tell you in 2020 when lockdown was on the top. Okay, during this,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's news that Delhi International Airport, that's Indira Gandhi International Airport, launched India's first general
International airport.
aviation terminal for private jets. This is 2020, I'm telling you. Okay, a 550 square meter terminal was built exclusively for handling business jets. Now, this is not
Oh,
only this. Uh, uh, Specially trained employees, they were, you know, uh, these employees were given duty over there, okay, so that they can serve instantly, paperwork instantly, and they can climb the jet and they can leave. This is about Indira Gandhi Airport. Now,
nice.
I'm telling you about our Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport. Okay, now International Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, where revamped its general aviation terminal, exclusively for private jets. Okay, I'll tell you, the terminal can handle now over 50 passengers every hour. This is private jet, not
Oh,
Emirates or Air India,
private
yeah,
jets.
or Thai Airways. This is private jet. 50 takeoffs in 1 hour. That's what Mumbai is ready for. Not only about Indira Gandhi, Delhi or Mumbai. If we see, the other cities also are ready for that. The southern cities, I mean to say. Now, with that, in 2022, Modi ji itself, inaugurated 40,000 square feet business luxury business jet terminal at Kochi, South India. Okay, Kochi International Airport. And
Mm-hmm.
in now 2024, last year, Telangana, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport unveiled a new aviation terminal catering only private jet operations. Now, the trend, you understand, private jet, okay, the super rich,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are going for private jets. The numbers are also increasing for the same. If I tell you, uh, as in 2023, India has the largest fleet of private jets in South Asia and the third largest in Asia Pacific. Third largest in Asia Pacific and largest fleet in South Asia. Now with that, uh, wealthy Indians are owning over 150 registered private jets.
Has been registered.
Wealthy are backing of it. Anyways, we will move on to the next topic, Vaibhav.
Yes.
That is,
Lululemon. Yeah, this is about the global athleisure giant Lululemon is finally entering India, and it's doing it with the Tata.
okay.
What can be the impact? Let's talk about the impact. Trend shares jumped 1% today after the news, though still down by 25%. And in India, e-commerce is booming. We all know that e-commerce is booming. Quick commerce is booming. Currently, we have seen the news about the quick commerce. And Trends online base grew 41% in FY25. And Tata has done once again bought the one of the biggest athleisure giant in India
Yeah, true.
with Lululemon.
True, true. Now, excuse me. Uh, Tata entering let's start from the beginning. I'll just give you a small crux to the audiences first. Tata entering
Hmm.
the retail sector was a very, very, very strategic move from Tata because we Indians all know how big Tata is and how old Tata is and what not Tata has done for the country. We completely salute Tata for what they have done for the country, for every individual
Yes.
Indian. Okay, now Tata entering retail sector is basically, understanding, catering the normal uh, uh, lower class and lower middle class. Now, if you have, I'm sure you might have visited Zudio. You have seen that
Mm-hmm.
it starts, the price range starts from 29 rupees or 49 rupees to triple nine. Now it has gone beyond 14 triple 99 and beyond that. But this price figure, which I've told you, is excuse me, very much convenient for uh, normal people to do shopping, and the product which are available, the way they are presented and the way the staff is trained in Zudio is just like any other supermarket, any other brand, like, uh, I'm not getting the name, Pantaloons, Shopper Stop, Marks
Yeah.
and Spencer.
Mm.
You see the staff is well dressed in uniform, okay, and the price is very much convenient to the people who are buying that. Now this basically, uh, uh, the Tata Group's Trend Limited is basically a company which runs Zudio sitting behind. They design the strategy, they design the uh, marketing plan. Everything is designed by Trend, and Zudio is forefront. Okay. Now with that, uh, uh, what do you say about this, Vaibhav?
India's luxury fitness market is heating up. That's the simple thing that I want to put here. And Tata and Lululemon together targeting India's growing premium consumers. We have seen previously what Tata has done in the Indian market, and now once again with the Lululemon, they have entered India and they are targeting the growing premium consumers.
Absolutely. Excuse me. Now, with that one very touchy news, what we can see is Motilal continues to favor Trend for its aggressive footprint expansion. A very well known, okay, in the investing world, Motilal Oswal. They continue to favor Trend. Know why? Because strong double-digit growth, which we can see in Tata
Hmm.
Zudio. It's a long way for star business. Currently Zudio we can see, and it is increasing. I will say 10 plus. It's increasing day by day. It's increasing. Okay, and if you see the figures of financial year 26, 27, 27 coming up, okay, it's futuristic. It's a small forecast. Okay, it's estimated projected of 26, 25, which basically uh, it's around 25% of revenue and
Sorry.
20% of EBITDA, 80% of profit
Hmm.
after tax. Sorry, 18, or it is 1818. Let me specify. 18% profit after tax, led by uh, this is basically expansion of Zudio. Okay. Now with that, uh, Motilal doesn't stop here. They explain in detail. Basically, that is, imaging categories now contribute around 20% to Trend's overall revenue. Okay, thanks to the strong volume-led growth. Okay, it's a huge volume-led strategy by Tata Zudio. Now, let me tell you one very specific thing, that Tata Zudio is not a franchisee. Okay, all the shops that you buy right
Yes,
now that
yes.
are owned and operated, run by Trends. The property
Hmm.
might be owned by someone, but that is not run by any individual. It's not a franchisee. It is run by Tata Trend itself, themselves.
Let's move to the next slide.
Yeah, absolutely. We should.
Here is the homegrown logistic player that just turned around the corner. Porter. What are your thoughts and what you want to say about the Porter industry?
Sorry, I got a small cold. So quota profitable by financial 25, FY financial year 25. Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
revenue we can see 4,300 crores plus 50%. Profit after tax 54 crore turnaround. Raised 20 million in Series F operating in 20 cities. Now they are facing strong competition from, we see the names, Uber, Delivery, Rapido competition. Okay. Now what
Yes.
happens here? Yeah. Want to say something?
No, no. You continue.
Yeah. Uh, Quota turns basically profitable in this year 2025 for 54 crore profit after tax, that is 50% revenue growth to 4,300 crores, backed by 2,200 million uh, series F fund around the logistics unicorn expanding in 20 cities. Okay, now this is what Porter
Mm-hmm.
is right now. Earlier, you know, घर change करना है तो we just will call somebody who has a tempo, we will unload the stuff and the guy will do it. Now, this is done much professionally by Porter. Okay. Now, this is not only available in uh, 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 metro cities. To Porter services are also available in tier 2, tier 3 cities. The blue van, which we can see on the screen right now, is visible in tier 2 and tier 3 developing cities as well, where roads still are not that good. The way good roads are available in metro cities, even in whichever cities roads are not that good, even that those areas portal is operational right now, because what happens is Porter has maintained its strong growth trajectory, recording nearly 50% revenue growth in this year while achieving profitability. Okay, this is for the first time according to the report by Intraker. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
it's a basically a Bangalore-based unicorn. We all know that Porter was born in Bangalore. Okay, and the operation surged from 4,000. We all know the numbers, 4,300 crore. Okay, up to from 2,700 crore. Okay, 2000 in financial year 24 last year, it was making 2,700 crores, and this year it is making 4,300 crore. Okay, uh, not double, but somewhere close to that. Not double, somewhere close to that. Okay, now this logistic platform primarily, this serves micro, small, and medium enterprise (MSME). Okay, because these companies and offices basically they are rented. Sometimes they are rented, and they had to keep moving. So Porter plays a very vital role uh, uh, in those operations. Okay, and with that they have uh, the company has generated 99% of its total operating revenue through goods transportation services, with the remainder coming from platform fees and other operating activities. So it's a huge achievement. I completely respect Porter. 2,700 1 year ago and 4,300 next year. Amazing, outstanding job. What do you say, Vaibhav?
It runs on a network of over 3 lakh plus gig workers, helping them on through flexible delivery jobs using their own vehicles. Porter, has pro- Porter has proved us that scale plus efficiency equals to profitability, even in logistics. In a capital burning sector, Porter has shown that smart execution can still win.
Absolutely. Now, still they are facing challenges which every businesses face. The competition. Yeah, they have started
Hmm.
facing competition from Uber, as I said, Delivery and Rapido. Uh, Certainly, they will make out a way out of it because they haven't given
Yes,
any explanation for this. Okay. So with this, can we move ahead to the next topic, Weber?
sure, sure.
Certainly. So audiences who are listening to us right now, okay, uh, we run a 3 hour, 4 hour masterclass on every Sunday, in which our very own Basesh Gala uh, well-known person for motivational and invest expert. He will be uh, taking you through all the expertise about the industry, explaining what is the importance of strategies, how the trend of MSME is changing, because uh, all the MSMEs, basically, we all know very well, they are facing biggest challenge, that is digitalization, e-commerce, quick commerce. Okay, they are cropping up in every corner of the city. Not basically cropping up is very wrong word, because that is the accessibility. Anybody sitting in a rural area or a urban area can access any e-commerce portal. Half of the business is eaten up by these e-commerce and uh, uh, these websites. So, what is the role of a strategy? What is the role of a system? What is the role of bringing up, developing good employees? What is the importance of training employees? How you can rebuild your business if you want to bring your business back to the next level where it was earlier, or you want to expand it to the next level. ऐसा कुछ भी अगर आप फेस कर रहे हैं, you simply should join our master class, which will be happening on Sunday. That starts 10 o'clock in the morning. You can see, आप देख सकते हैं, QR code दिया गया, you can scan, and 93 simple, 93 rupees matra, only 93 rupees is the cost. Scan it, pay it, and you can attend a master class from Basesh Gala sir himself, and you can get the expertise, you can get the guidance from the expert himself, and in detail explanation you will get, and interaction also will be there. You can shoot your questions, and that will be answered by Basesh Gala sir himself. Yeah,
Yes, Gaurav is asking how I can join BizCharcha classes. So simply just scan the QR code. You will get up to a link and just enter your information. And on Sunday at 10:15 a.m., you can join the webinar where Bashesh Gala sir will personally guide you and all your queries will be solved.
perfect.
Let's move to the next slide.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Tesla Model Y price shock in India. I read
Mhm.
this news today only. Do you know, Vaibhav? In newspaper that
Okay.
in Bandra, right? In Bandra somewhere they have
In
come up. Yeah,
BKC, yes, in BKC.
yeah, BKC, and Chief Minister of Maharashtra was there to
Yeah,
unveil the first model. Yeah,
Devendra
the Y
Fadnavis was
model.
also there, yes.
Yeah, the Chief Minister. Yeah, Fadnavis. Devendra Fadnavis. Now, first showroom in
Raised on that.
Mumbai, Model Y cost 61 lakhs here, US price $37,490, approximately 32 lakhs. 22 lakhs is the difference fee. Now, Indians, we will be very touchy when it comes to cost, when we when we do even a shopping, we bargain. Yeah, smallest thing, smallest example. Now, all Indians know that this same car is available at half of the price in United States
Yeah,
and
32
double the
lakhs.
price in India. It will be very pinching. Yeah. Now, we all know it is basically the import duty, the luxury tax, and all that. Because of that, the price has gone up. It's doubled almost. Yeah.
Nearly 100% of the tax. What do you think about this, Paresh? The Nitin
It
Gadkari has promised us that he will be delivering us the road quality like the US in next coming 2 years. But what we are
absolutely.
getting is price of the amount that the products people get in the US.
Yeah, as of now, let's talk about what's happening now. The idea is, Tesla coming to India, great. Because let's talk about EV first. Then we'll
Hmm.
थोड़ा पहले हम लोग EV के बारे में बात कर लेते हैं. Because see the trend, if you see, you know, petrol comes from the Middle East. That's what we use in the automobiles. Now,
Yeah.
if you see very closely, Saudi Arabia is developing oneself for tourism, a country which was so closed for for people entering. Now they have opened up. There are uh, tourism. They are promoting tourism in Saudi Arabia. You know what do you understand from this? Saudi Arabia opening up for tourism. Dubai already has developed tourism, boss. Kuwait is already
Mm.
there.
It's a tourist
Already opening.
hotspot now, though.
You understand? Because the prince of Saudi
Mm.
has seen
Saudi.
what is the future. Electronic vehicles developing everywhere in the world. No one will need petrol. No one will need oil. Then what will
Yes,
be the revenue for
the
Middle
future.
East?
Mm.
This is what is coming from this. It's coming from there. That's what I want to say. So EVs now, every country wants to bring down the population. Sorry, pollution. I'm so sorry, pollution
Mhm.
rate. You know, every country wants to bring, because we, as an Indian, we top uh, the top 10 cities, polluted cities. So we first should implement this, bringing down the pollution which is done by automobiles. Uh, EV vehicles will play a very, very vital role in that. Okay. But another thing is the infrastructure that needs to be ready in every corner of the city, because we all know every car will need a charging point.
Yeah.
Okay. Once the charging is below below 20% or 15%, it has to put to charging immediately. And then for that, charging station has to be available in every corner of the India, in metro, tier 2, tier 3 city.
Tier three
Yeah,
cities. Yes.
that's the biggest catch. Now, Tesla coming to India, great news, fantastic. But Indians will definitely get that pinch. Yeah, we Indians are cost sensitive. Yeah,
Sensitive. Tesla has also
we get
promised
to
that
hear this.
they will be. Tesla has also promised. Wait a second. Can you listen to me? Tesla has also promised that they will be setting up the 30 to 50 stations, charging stations around the Mumbai and Maharashtra. And
Absolutely, they will.
yeah, upcoming months, years, they are also about to open their store in Delhi and Bangalore. So there also they will
Yes,
be setting up the charging stations as well.
true. They have to. They have to. We all, it's not about uh, Tesla only. Everywhere it has to be there, because see, Indian automobiles like Tata, Indian
Hmm.
companies, they are also venturing into electronic vehicles. But that has to be done. Else, this plan won't work. So, great move by Mr. Elon Musk. He has made this announcement that he'll be developing such numbers of charging stations in Maharashtra and across India when he launches the car in other metro cities like Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is one great news. Okay. Uh,
But
what
read
do
the
you
last
say? Can
line.
we?
Online outrage memes calling it Tesla. Why Tesla? Because 100% of the tax has been imposed onto this. Import duty is 70% and luxury car tax is 30%. So the car that US people are getting for 32 lakhs, Indian people in India is getting for 61 lakh rupees.
61 lakhs. Strange, but we have to accept it. I hopefully, I cross my fingers that this will come down.
Mm.
Okay, because
But everyone, so
absolutely,
takeaways for the audiences from this news is that everyone wants global brands, but taxes are driving them out of the reach. Until India
yeah,
enables local assembly or policy relief, EV adaptations will remain a luxury dream, not a mass movement. So the government, if they're not giving the people some relief, the luxury car, taking a luxury car will be a dream for many of the Indians.
it will be definitely, definitely. That's soon that time will come. Everyone will have to buy an EV only.
Hmm.
Excuse me, excuse me. So, can we move ahead with the topic, Vaibhav?
Yeah,
So, next coming up is
is
Ace
Victor's.
Vector's Unicommerce IPO plans.
So let me brief you about the key IPO details.
Yeah,
DRHP
yeah.
filed for 500 crore IPO. It's a pure offer for sale. No new shares will be issued. Up to 2.98 crore shares will be sold. Parent company S Victor will offload 1.14 crore shares.
Yeah.
H1 FY24 profit 6.3 crores.
Ace Vector to offload
Crore shares, yeah.
1.14 crore shares. H1 financial year 24 profit was 6.3 crore, up to 2.98 crore shares to be sold. Right. Great. That's great. Now, what happens here is basically, see, uh, Ace Vector's public issue will, primarily comprise a fresh issue of shares, and the company is likely to appoint CLSA and IFEL as bankers to helm the IPO. Okay, excuse me. With that, Ace Vector is the parent company of Snapdeal. I hope everyone knows Snapdeal the way uh, Amazon is there, Flipkart, Meesho is there.
Mhm.
Snapdeal was basically run by a company that we can see here. Excuse me, Ace Vector. Okay. Now, Snapdeal basically listed e-commerce enabled platform, Unicommerce and House of Brand Stellaro. Now, with that, co-founders Kunal Bahal and Rohit Bansal, along with SoftBank and Nexus Venture Partner, these are the biggest shareholders in Ace Vector. Okay. Now, what happens is now e-commerce platform Snapdeal, they are the parent, Snapdeal's parent, Ace Vector, is reportedly they're preparing to file its draft red hiring prospectus, that is INR 500 crores IPO. So basically, DRHP is basically process to go with the IPO to launch an IPO. Okay, the proposed this proposed basically issue will be majority primarily capital and CLFA, and CLSA and IFEL are likely to be the bankers for the proposed IPO. So uh, now with that, see Snapdeal, we all know it was ruling the market just like Amazon. Okay, but we know very well what happened with it. It went down. It is faced losses for some reasons. Okay. Uh, with that, it was founded in 2010 by both the partners. As an online marketplace that was once a major contender in the Indian e-commerce market. Okay. However, the platform was lost in the momentum. We all know very well, and was on the verge of shutdown. You know, uh, they even tried to join hands with Flipkart in 2017, but that deal failed. It couldn't work out. It couldn't materialize. Yeah, it's a shift to value e-commerce proposition gradually. Now, uh, uh, on the other hand, the Unicommerce is an enterprise. All right, okay, that enterprise basically it's a platform that provides SaaS solutions across order and inventory management, among others. So here, basically, uh, they are going for IPO for 500 crore IPO. That is there, of course. But we all know uh, what Snapdeal has been through. They have tried that, but it wasn't went through troubled waters. They tried to sail the ship, but it didn't work. And now they are going for initial public IPO, basically, initial public opening. Excuse me.
Yes. So can I continue, Pravesh?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Can I continue?
Okay, great. Now, with alongside, 19 new age tech companies have filed their DRHPS with SEBI for a listing, including urban companies like Misho, Grow, and others. Many have received regulatory nods from market regulators. Yesterday, cow working age, cow working age in We Work India has also secured approval from SEBI to launch IPO. Now, we all know what's happening with We Work right now. Yeah. Uh, and now they have got nod from SEBI to go for IPO. Somewhat that story is with Ace Vector. Yeah.
Mhm.
You can add something to that, Vaibhav. Whatever is your opinion. It doesn't look.
Uh,
I keep speaking.
what? Sorry?
It doesn't look good. Only I keep speaking.
Yeah, I asked you that can I continue, but you still
I'm
didn't.
so sorry. I didn't get that.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, Vaibhav.
no issue. So growing globally, but focus on India, operating in markets like Indonesia, Singapore, UAE, and Saudi. But 97% of the revenue still coming from India. Unicommerce powers the back end for the online sellers, and now it wants a front seat at Dalal Street. With
True.
no fresh capital raised, this IPO is more about exits than expansion.
Right. Now, uh, let me explain something. You know, what DRHP basically is. DRHP stands for Draft Red Hiring Prospectus. It's a preliminary document that comprises document that companies file with the Securities Exchange Board of India, SEBI, basically. Okay, which gives approval for IPO. Okay, when they plan to raise funds through an initial public offering. So these are uh, the preliminary documents which are supposed to be filed by companies for IPO, and that's what Ace Factor is going through, and that's what, as we discussed, Misho and other companies with the WeWork, they are going ahead with that. Misho, Grow, and WeWork.
So let's move to the next slide.
Absolutely,
As we said that if you're a business owner or having any doubt, please join our Sunday workshop conducted by Basesh Gala ji himself. He will guide you through your business queries. The workshop starts at 10:15 a.m.
see, I can read comments that हमारा computer institute है, uh, and there are other uh, any tips to grow my business. Okay,
Yes.
then there is I was guided so well to start mine in tips, taps, sanitary ware, granites. Then uh, the other comments as well. I just want to say, people who are listening to us, okay, scan the code. 93 rupees is not even money. Please scan, okay, transfer the money and be a part of Sunday's 3 hour workshop where you will listen from the expert himself. Okay, you have seen his reels, his podcasts, his videos, and what immense knowledge that gentleman has. You have known from the reels which you have seen, the podcasts which you have seen on YouTube. Now, this will be a personalization with him. You asking your personal issues which you're facing. आप आपके बिजनेस में जो कुछ भी challenges face कर रहे हैं, आपका कितना भी छोटा बिजनेस क्यों ना हो, आप इस वर्कशॉप को ज्वाइन करिए एंड स्ट्रेट अवे जो कितना भी छोटा चैलेंज क्यों ना हो या कितना भी बड़ा बड़ा चैलेंज क्यों ना हो, आप उससे पूछिए, आपको जवाब, उसका आंसर स्ट्रेट अवे मिस्टर बशेश गाला की तरफ से ही आएगा. मैं रिपीट करता हूं, ये एक क्वेश्चन और आंसर सेशन भी रहेगा इसमें, जिसमें बशेश सर खुद आपके सवालों का जवाब देंगे.
Good, buddy. Yeah.
Let's move. Then now we can see Chris Capital's Big Bite Theobroma deal.
Now, one of the India's most loved bakeries just got a big investors from Christ Capital. Rio
True.
Brahma has now 194 plus outlets across India and growing fast. This capital has acquired 90% stake in Theobroma for 2,410,000 crores. ICICI Venture exists after a 7-year investment, right? The founding
Absolutely.
family still holds 10%, staying part of the journey. The deal value of the brands at 2,200 to 2,400 crores. The Chris Capital has acquired 90% stakes, and the founder are there still with the 10% shares. What are your thoughts about this, Parishri?
Yeah, basically, so this fund will now we can see a big bite Theobroma deal,
Mm,
Theobroma deal. Sorry, I misread that. Now they acquire 90% stake, 2004, 410 crore. ICICI Venture exits after 7 years. Founders retain 10% ownership. This is what is happening basically now. Uh, the fund will reportedly pick up to close to 90% of the company by buying uh, outboard the founding Wykes family and early Baker ICICI Venture, while the remaining 10% stake is expected to be retained by the existing shareholder. Okay. Now, this transaction not only gives Chris Capital a high visibility foothold in India. Okay. Uh, it's basically a fast growing quick service restaurant. Now, we all know Theobroma is famous for. Uh,
bakery.
have you just asking you about you
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
cakes of Theobroma?
We have ordered in the office of someone's birthday, if you
I
remember.
I love the crunchy nuts and okay. I don't recollect the name of whenever I go to the center,
Hmm.
that outlet. I simply pick up any chocolate or something like that. The stuff is tasty. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Now let's come back to the topic.
to the news, yeah.
Okay. Now, uh, with that, um, this transaction, uh, not only gives Chris Capital a very high visibility in India, as a premium food retail segment. It also marks its second major consumer investment this year. Second,
Hmm.
okay. You know which was the first one? That was Bikaji. Bikaji का
Oh,
शेव आपने टेस्ट किया होगा
sure,
ना?
yes, yes.
That snacks company. That's where this company has invested primarily, and this is the second investment, Theobroma, this year. Okay,
Nice.
excuse me.
So
Okay,
this
now, yeah, go ahead,
Theobroma
Vaibhav.
isn't just a bakery anymore. It's a serious business.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Private equity loves brand that combine strong emotions with strong margins. And and Theobroma is one of that. It's
It's one
connect
of them.
strong emotions, yes. A lot of a
Yeah,
lot of
true.
the Indian consumers they have gathered and many of the people love Theobroma.
Excuse me. Now, uh, ICICI Venture, they have invested 30 crore in Theobroma in 2021. 2021 is the year when lockdown was not ended. Second
Hmm.
wave was going somewhere, right? April in the month of April, second wave came, right? That was the year when the ICICI Venture has invested 30 crore in uh, Theobroma.
Theobroma.
And is poised now this they are poised to triple its investment through this exit. Okay. Now, underlining the increasing appetite for PE firm for scalable uh, brand forward food business. This deal, through reportedly closed at a very slightly low valuation than initially discussed, due to basically the softer big ticket M&A in India's consumer and food service space, which has otherwise seen several deals stalls amid uncertain market sentiment. Yeah. Now, uh, founded in 2000 or 2004, Now you know the story of Theobroma. It was started by two sisters in Kolaba. Yeah, that's
Yes,
when
yes.
the journey was started 21 years ago, right? Uh, that point of time, two sisters like Ka- I don't remember the name. Kainas was the name, and I forgot the name. These two sisters started. Then Theobroma has grown from single cafe in Mumbai's Kolaba to 150 outlets. Okay, so एक आउटलेट से 150 होना, you know,
बहुत बड़ी बात है. In
कुछ है
21
भाई.
years. In
It's
21
it
years,
has
right.
it has got something. That's why it has multiplied its business outlets.
Also in 21 years, now they're worth 2100 crores rupees.
Absolutely. Now, with that, the brand is expected to maintain its independent identity and operational post acquisition. Financial year 24 revenues are estimated 400 crores. Okay. And projected is 550 crores. Right. Now, this is in the coming year with the EBITDA of 80 to 100 crores. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's huge. Moving from 400 to 550 within a span of 12 months is uh, a very big achievement. Uh, uh, what happened, Webber? The scheme. All right. Okay. Now with that, the bidding war is going on. We all know that the popularity has drawn the interest of Blackstone, Cryle, and Swiss Group, which owns the Monginis brand. Okay. Now, with Switch reportedly partnering from GIC for its bid, ultimately Chris Capital emerged as a forerunner and vice for ARP Capital, uh, ARP Wood Capital for the deal. You can add something to this level. Okay. Anyways, uh, am I audible to you, above? Where above? Can you hear me?
I think I can't listen you. My mic is
Oh,
mute.
okay. No issues. You fix the technical glitch. I'll go ahead with this. Okay. Now, Theobroma, basically, now we have discussed many uh, business news till now. You getting me, Vaibhav, now? Okay, till the time he fixes. See now, the move aligns with Chris Capital's broader strategy of building a robust QSR and food service portfolio. Okay, as previously it was reported that the fund has been evaluating the funds has been evaluated brands such as Theobroma and the Belgian Waffle Company. Now, eyeing is combined a combined play uh, in the 3,500 crore range. For Theobroma, it's a new chapter, but one baked with its one big with its promise. Right now, with that, they have definitely got one good investor in that. Uh, but they but definitely that's one thing is what's happening with Theobroma is the biggest achievement is they have started the journey in 2004 and now here we are in 2025 increasing from first one outlet to 150 outlets. It's a long journey and now they have got a very interesting deal. So great to hear all that. Now the last thing we are done with the uh, everybody who can see the QR code on the screen. They can scan the QR code, do the payment of 93 rupees, and be the part of Sunday's masterclass. And I repeat, your questions, uh, however small or however big it might be, that will be answered by the champion himself, Mr. Bashesh Gala. कितने भी आपके सवाल छोटे क्यों ना हो, कितने भी आपके सवाल बड़े क्यों ना हो, प्लीज आपको पूछने का पूरा मौका मिलेगा और जवाब एक एक्सपर्ट देंगे जो बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज को कंसल्ट करते हैं, कर चुके हैं बेसिकली। एंड दिस इज फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, बिकॉज हम क्यों बता रहे हैं, व्हाई वी टेलिंग, सी, कंसल्टिंग, ट्रेनिंग, ऑल दीज, ये सारी आइडियाज जो है ना, इंडियन बिजनेसमैन उनको ऐसे लगता है, दिस इज, उनको लगता है कि ये जरूरी नहीं है, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी। व्हाट्स हैपनिंग हियर? सो या, but the trend has changed. Dear businessmen, you know how you deal, what challenges you are facing, कौन से problem आप face करते हो. So this is the great opportunity. 93 rupees, scan it, and you can pay and you can be a part of masterclass. And believe me, you will not go back home disappointed. You will get all the answers, and that will, you will agree with the answers. Yeah. So with that, we end today's business charcha. And Vaibhav, thank you so much for being a very cooperative uh, partner in the business charcha. You cooperated with me a lot. I really appreciate that. Okay. And thank you so much, all the audiences, uh, uh, your support, your questions, and listening to us. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you very much.